Hi everyone, and welcome to Creating with Ali. Today I'm going to do something that I have not done in a very long time, and that is some card making. This card, I'm going to be using some craft cardstock cards, some stamps that I have no idea where they came from, and some washi tape. So I'm going to make this one really easy. First thing I want to do is fold the card base. And this card base is 10.5 by 14.7 centimeters. So I'll need to create a 10 centimeter. I've always got to guesstimate on this damn thing. All right, Fiskers, you need to have the centimeters put on your stuff so we don't have to work in inches all the time. I have no idea how many inches this is, so let's have a look. Well, we've got 4 inches by 5.5. So let's cut this one down. Probably 3.5. And then we'll go 5.25 for the front. And that should give us enough space for the front of the card. Yep, that will be fine. Next job we have to do is take our washi tape. Like I said, this is going to be a very simple card. We are going to put a stamp on there, but we'll do that a bit later. So we're going to take our washi tape and we're just going to put it down flat so we can see where the lines are. I'm going to put the top bit down. And then as we get toward the front, take a pair of scissors and just cut it on an angle. Okay? And then take your next washi tape. Same thing. Use that one to line it up. You can do different lengths, so you can have them ascending, descending, that kind of thing. You can even have them cut at different angles, but I'm going to go the same direction for mine. I'll take the next one. I might do gold next. There's a little bit left on this roll, I think. Yep. So if you have some spare washi tape lying around, which most of us do, if you're a crafter, you've probably got hordes of the stuff. I must do a video on how to use it in different ways. All right, there we go. More there. Might make that one extra long, why not? And we'll do one more in the gold just to balance it out. And I'll bring that one up a little bit higher. There we go. Once you've got all of those on, just take your card and just roll those over. Nice and easy. And that is your card front that you need to mount to the white card. But before we do, we want to create a sentiment for the front. So I'm just going to put this one to the side. That's its envelope. And we want to put our sentiment on a piece of white card. I'm going to choose Noel from this sheet. It's a great sheet of Christmas stamps. I just haven't really used it much. So I'm going to take this one off. And I'm going to use my stamper. Oh, I can get it off. There we go. It's need a bit of persuading. Alright, I'm going to use this. I haven't used this in years, if I'm being completely honest. I used to make cards all the time, and now I just don't seem to be making cards much at all. I'm just going to pop that in there. I really don't need to line it up, but I'm just wondering whether the ink that I'm going to use has any ink left in it. So that might actually govern how I'm going to go with this. So let's just stamp that up here in the top. So you pop that there with the flat side up, and then you can close this off and it picks it up, and then you do your inking on this side. So because I'm using craft, I'm going to use this stamp pad chocolate chip that I've had for, again, many years. Okay, so we'll go the first pass there. Okay, so it's going to need another one. This device is brilliant, really, because I don't know how many times I've stamped on a card in the past, and then you end up having to start again from fresh because it hasn't stamped correctly. So it has been a game changer, this thing. All right, one more for the middle because I want it to be nice and thick. It's just not quite getting in the middle of that Noel there. Let's try that. And that should give us the last pass there. Happy days. All right, now we can take that back out again and cut it down for our piece. Now the stamps and everything themselves can just get cleaned up with a baby wipe. I'm just going to use this for the time being. I've been doing painting today, so that will come in handy. Having that there. Now we need to cut this one down. So again, this will be easier now that I don't need to worry about having any measurements. And might just trim a little bit off the top as well. Yeah, we have our Noel. If you want to be even clever, you can round the corners. Nice job. Might just look a little bit nicer if I have the corners rounded on this piece. There we go. So that looks good so far, but I think I still want to do something else around the edges there. And one thing that you can do when you've got pieces like this, just to give them that little bit extra, how you doing, is to do some inking around the edges. So I'm going to take the chocolate chip again and grab a makeup sponge with that. If you want, you can ink around the edges of this piece as well. Why not? You can buy those other finger ones, but I find that these are so cheap. You just got to be careful that you don't go clunk and then you end up with a big rectangular piece sitting in your workspace. Right. Now I'm going to attach these with some of this. So this is like 3D foam, which will make the Noel pop up. So taking a piece of that. So again, everything up to this point can be just washi tape that you have in the colours. The sentiment itself is what you have on hand, so you don't need to worry about going out and trying to find this. You probably won't be able to find it anyway because it's been long gone. So it's just a few supplies that you need in order to get this card going. So there we go, Noel. And we can dress it up a little bit if we wanted to put a little bit of bling on the side, but I'm going to keep this really, really simple for this video. So that's the card itself. Like I said, really very, very simple. But one thing about cards is it's nice to have sentiment inside. So let's have a look and see, what does this have that we could use? Christmas greetings, happy Christmas, from our home to yours. I think that's nice. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I think we might go with from our home to yours. Let's just go happy Christmas. Noel, happy Christmas. There we are. So again, this is going to come into play and be very, very handy here. So I'm going to put my card in. Oh, I did it again. And the card fits just perfect. and then I can work out where I would like to have the Happy Christmas sit, and I want Happy Christmas to go right there. Pick it up. Oops, chocolate chip that thing. Check it. Yeah, maybe another one. I'll work out how to put that back in again now. One more. And happy with that. There we go. Let's put that to the side. I'll clean all that up later. And to mount this, I'm just going to use some double-sided mounting tape. So turning this over, adding the mounting tape on. I always usually like to give it 3 just to make sure that it's nice and secure. Oops. Okay. Lining it up on the front of the card. And there you have a Noel card to give to a friend or family member. If you've enjoyed seeing this very simple card making, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more. We're doing a fair bit of Christmas crafting content over the next, or the lead up to Christmas, plus lots of other stuff as well. Won't just always be Christmas. So if you would like to stick around and see what else I get up to on the channel, make sure that you subscribe or hit the notification bell, and I'll stop talking now and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.